This is the HS Game Time Roundup with Pep Fernandez. Powered by Paradise Chevrolet Cadillac. Standards for excellence.
Welcome to the HS Game Time Roundup. I'm Pep Fernandez. We've got CIF semifinal matchups right around the corner in basketball and soccer, and we start here at the Anaheim Convention Center as the Santiago girls basketball team met Mater Dei.
Let's make the drive to Anaheim for the Honda Cars of Corona game of the night. Mater Dei raced out to the early lead. Kalia Lark sinks the triple, and then it's Nira Fields for three. Mater Dei led 22-5 after one, and they were on a 25-0 run against the Sharks, who had not lost the game all season. Coach Perez and the gang trying to regroup, and they had an uphill battle. Monique Billings to Shiana Carrington for the basket, and one. Then later in the second quarter, Shea Rowe takes this one all the way. The Sharks trying to stop the bleeding before halftime, but Mater Dei continued to roll. Fields, the hoop, and the harm. She dropped 27 on Santiago, and Mater Dei led 35-14 at the break. Third quarter, the Sharks still hoping for a historic comeback. Paris Jones to Shireen Sutherland for the jumper. The Sharks pull within 20, and then it's Rowe with another bucket. But any glimpse of a comeback would be squashed by Mater Dei. Kaya Powell to Fields for the hoop and the harm. Coach Perez and his Sharks are normally the ones blowing out opponents, but the script was flipped on Tuesday as Mater Dei hammers Santiago 71-32. The Sharks were undefeated on the season before losing to the 7th-ranked team in the nation. In Division II AA North, at home for Ventura. First quarter, Simone DeCoude puts up the three. Count it! Later, more Huskies. Akila Martin to Brittany Crane for the jumper, and North up early 13-11. Then it's DeCoude making it look easy with the floater, and it falls for DeCoude. She played a big part for North. DeCoude gets to the cup, and she'll net two more. She also knows how to work the old pick and roll. She feeds Priscilla Brooks for the basket and one. And Brooks was a force inside. Off the miss, Brooks punches the clock and goes to work. Grab your lunch pail because it's going to be a long day in the paint with Brooks around. And then it's Camille Diaz, the steal, and she will finish. North pulled away in the third quarter to win 65-49. The Huskies will play for a CIF title on Friday or Saturday. Also in the semis, Summit advanced to the Division 1A finals, blasting Burbank 72-49. In two-way, we had a pair of locals in action. Norco knocked off Culver City 57-51, so they're into the title game. But Murrieta Valley lost in the other semi, falling to Foothill 54-39. In boys hoops, the last one standing, Elsinore held the lead late against Mayfair, but the Tigers could not hold on to it despite 30 points from E.J. Twyman. Elsinore comes up short 59-50.
Now it's on to boys soccer and an all-local matchup in Division 5. Lakeside colliding with Colton.
The Yellow Jackets would jump out to the lead in this one. Colton used the goal in the 23rd minute to grab the upper hand, but you can never count out Lakeside. I always say that. Despite playing on the road, Lakeside rallied for a pair of goals in the second half to top Colton by a score of 2-1. Lakeside is headed to the Division 5 championship match, and they will see another local team in the title tilt. That's because Cajon blanked Granite Hills 2-0. So it's the Cowboys versus Lakeside for the crown. In Division 2, we nearly had an all-local finals. Valley View beat Coachella Valley 2-1 in overtime. Miguel Hernandez with the winner, but in the other semi, La Sierra could not hold on to their lead versus Capistrano Valley, losing 2-1. And in Division 6, Citrus Hill will not get a chance to defend their CIF title. They lose at Desert Mirage 2-1 in overtime.
Now it's on to girls soccer, and Canyon Springs took on Oaks Christian in a rematch of last year's CIF finals.
Oaks Christian won the previous meeting 2-0 in last year's title game. This time around, the two schools squaring off in the semifinals, and the Cougars fell behind quickly. Oaks Christian built an early 4-zip lead on Canyon Springs, but the Cougars never gave up. Behind a pair of goals from Crystal Lopez, Canyon Springs closed the gap, but in the end, they would lose 5-3, your final score. Lopez finishes with 41 goals on the season. In Division 2, Great Oaks, great season, ends at Sunny Hills 2-1. Cajon made history with their playoff run this year, but it comes to a close versus Downey, 1-0. Hemet will play for the D6 CIF title. They beat South Pasadena 2-1 in the semis. And Citrus Valley of Redlands will also play for a championship in Division 7 after beating Viewpoint 4-3 in the semis.
Check back with HS Game Time for all your CIF championship coverage. At the Anaheim Convention Center, I'm Pep Fernandez for the HS Game Time Roundup.